Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5 as Korea in the Vox Populi mod. Now, where we left off, we were doing pretty well. I think we're doing pretty well. I'm happy and satisfied with the ability we've been showing off so far. We are about to unlock grocers, which I'm probably going to rush so that I can continue to push my growth into astronomical levels. I'm also going to need to be careful and aware of my happiness problems, but you know, I think I have a rough handle on that. And if I go into my empire economic overview here, you can see my biggest culprits over here are Seoul, Pyongyang, and Kaesong. Actually, I'm surprised Seoul is so high on that list. Oh, religious divisions. Oh, I might have to start getting some temples, or perhaps I could get another missionary. I think purchasing another missionary is a perfectly acceptable use of my faith to try and bring down that unhappiness. But yeah, let's take a quick look at demographics. I've been doing this. I've been kind of debating whether I should do this at the start or the end of the turn or the episode, but I think starting with this is fine. I think we're starting to catch up to Dido a little bit in the thing. We've actually overtaken Dido in crop yield, and we're catching up to this person in the manufactured goods era. Although, to be fair, we are golden aging, so that's going to be reduced slightly. Our GNP is catching up to Dido. We have almost as much land as Dido. Our military is still falling. Our approval isn't quite as good as Dido's, but it's still over that 10% margin where we want to keep it to get that 10% bonus. So I'm happy with my happiness right now. I'm happy with my happiness. Our literacy is still second to none, so I'm quite happy with how we're doing. Let's move on to the next turn. I always remembered that checking the demographics was really important in multiplayer, because if your neighbor, if his military score started like shooting up, you knew it's like, all right, well, I guess I got to start building military, because that guy's like, he's getting ready to kill one of us, and he only has two neighbors. It's me and that other guy, and I don't want to be the guy who gets killed. So I'm going to stick down some lumber mills. I actually think lumber mills are really good in this iteration of Civ 5. I've never really been a huge fan of them. I always kind of like chopping, but you know, I'm playing around with some lumber millage. I think I've been building a lot more of them lately. Let's see here, right? We have another missionary. I'm going to want to spread here, and that'll bring down the religious divisions. Make sure we have plenty of religious. There's a little bit of division over here, but I think my capital was the big place where the divisions were taking place. Now I could continue to feed Seoul, or I could kill this caravan and then purchase a cargo ship. Oh. Purchase a cargo ship. Oh, it won't let you purchase it without a harbor? Oh, that was a mistake. Well, I'll tell you what. See. I'll just have to build one. That was a mistake. That was a dumb mistake of me. Oh well. You learn new things every time you play. Okay, somebody built Hagia Sophia. I'm not so sweating about that. Alhambra would have been nice to get, actually. If I can go in here and check. Where is Alhambra? Alhambra. None of these. Where is Alhambra? Is that it? No, it's the Forbidden Palace. Let me have a look at the Alhambra. Oh, you need to research authority. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can have it. I don't care about that. I said it would have been nice, but I couldn't even get it because I didn't get the authority branch of the tech tree. Let's have a look here. Are we working any unimproved tiles? We are not, but we do have some crap tiles here. I'm going to want to improve that farm. Fix it, I mean. So I could get another couple of farms in here, and that would actually be really good to have some extra farms. I think another academy in the desert is the place to put it. I'm going to construct a village here. I kind of miss the part of Civ 4 where you could put great people into cities as super specialists, or that you could build a particular building with them. I would like to maybe see that return. So this should further push away the religious divisions. So that was in my opinion, faith well spent, because it means we can be a little bit, we can continue to be greedy, but not only that, but we're getting extra golden age points, we're getting extra culture. Speaking of culture, we're 6 turns away from our next policy, which will in fact be the heritage policy, which will enter the golden age. Sorry, when we enter a golden age, we get extra tourism, and we get extra tourism for our world wonders. Now you might say, well, if you're not really going for a tourism victory, what use is tourism? Well, let me show you. If I go in here and I see exotic here, for example, when I my trade routes with Carthage get extra growth in my home cities, I get extra gold and science, so that's pretty good. And if I go to war with them, I have less trouble dealing with their unrest. Now unmet player in France are friends. Milan is in awe of me. Aha, so I get 4 happiness in my capital. Is that a permanent boost of happiness? I think it might be. I think it might be a permanent boost of happiness. So I think I just got 4 happiness in my empire basically for the rest of the game for free, which was awesome. Golden Age is ended, unfortunately. That will slow down how long it takes us to get the next culture policy, but it's not a big deal. We're already nearly halfway to our next one. We're going to continue to build the road over here to Ormuz. Now, some people might say, that seems like a waste of time, but I think it's useful just to get my envoys over there a little bit quicker. I have another envoy to Kiev. Kiev is getting close to the point where they're going to be unhappy with me. You're still in good shape, Brussels, so I think I can get away with ignoring them a little bit. Going to pick up the barracks over there. So Napoleon and Alexander are at war again. We have just gotten the ability to build the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And we got plantations +1 gold when they're on fresh water. Okay, so we've got a lot to deal with this turn. So Alexander and Napoleon are at war again, I think. Let's see here. You seek olives. Okay. Forum in Manila has ended. People of Ormuz host a festival of nations. They're sending delegations. So highest tourism output after 20 turns will impress them. Okay. Ah, great. I got the got some influence with Valletta. 2 new citizens, 1 in Seoul and 1 in Busan. I want to make sure I'm doing the right things with those guys. In particular, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be working the specialist slot for engineers because I want more engineers more quickly. Okay, and Busan was the other place down here. Let's have a look here. I could work a production tile. How's our growth here? Growth isn't terrible. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I have the room to go for the grocer. I'll go aqueduct first. I want to get these cities growing more aggressively. I have the happiness to do so. How about you? What's your... Yeah, you've got room to grow. So I'm going to grab the grocer to speed up the growth of the city. Take me 8 turns. It's an expensive building, but I'm hoping that it'll pay off in the long run. Got a culture from researching a tech. Let's take a look here. We've got 3 turns until Chichen Itza, and then we will be going for Chichen Pisa. It only gives +1 culture, but the extra great people generation will be amazing for me right now in the strategy that I'm employing. Himej Castle, I think somebody already built that, or is building that or something, maybe. Summer Palace. That's definitely a one that I want to pick up here. That would give me the... It would make all my chanceries that I've built really good. It would basically make the chanceries maintenance free. Are there any other ones that I want to get? For example, the Porcelain Tower. This would give me a great scientist. Constabulary, town gold yield. The windmill could be pretty useful, especially because it synergizes with the grocers and granaries, and it would give me an engineer slot. The Uffizi. I would like that great artist if I could get it. Merchants would get +2 production. There's a lot of really good stuff I want to pick up here. I want to pick up the Summer Palace. I would like the Porcelain Tower. Maybe I'll go acoustics into... Maybe I'll go acoustics into rail railroad into architecture and see maybe that has a sensible feel to it. We could pick up arsenals, but what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to these units and we're going to start upgrading them, because that's going to give the cities higher defense. And I think it's money well spent to make sure our army is up to date and scary enough to hold off the enemy. Okay, we have the road to Ormus. It could be worthwhile to have a road going up through here. Probably not worthwhile. So get into Kiev, and there we go. We have boosted our culture with them. So you can pretty much head back here and get that fixed. I think more farms would be a reasonable move here. Oh, that was a village. No, cancel. Okay, yep, I'm going to drop an academy here. And that's a pretty damn good. Would I rather work the Seiwan or the academy? I think the academy is better. And in fact, I would go as far as to say... Okay. Let's go into the next turn. You would like one paper for a bunch of gold. Sure, sounds reasonable. Okay, let's talk to Pakal. How do you feel about another defensive pact? You would give me iron. How's this sound? I don't want the iron. What would you give me? What would you... Let me clean this out. What would you give me olives for? You would want a lot of stuff. But what if I were to say, what about a defensive pact? You would ask for paper. How about we remove the olives? What if I were to say, give me like 5 gold per turn? 7 gold per turn? Yeah, there we go. We'll get another defensive pact with him and extort him for a little bit of money. Happy about that. Oh, Jean-Ju. This is, by the way, this is like my favorite way to play Civ. It's just like going full SimCity mode. Yeah, I want to keep growing aggressively, so I might rush out the grocers here just to get that growth pumping. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the grocer. Although I do want to be careful about my unhappiness. But these cities are not unhappy, so I feel confident in pushing through. This city could use a little bit of other stuff. Okay, just clear out these alerts. So now this city, yeah, look at that. These tiles are great. Ironworks. Is this where I want to get the ironworks, or do I want to get it over here in Pyongyang? I think I want to get it in Pyongyang. So I'm going to add that to Pyongyang's queue. This city has a little bit better than Pyongyang, a little bit better production than Pyongyang. What is our unhappiness here? So crime is a big deal. So we're going to pick up the well, the walls, the barracks, and the market. And then we'll come back here. So that'll take a few turns for this city to do. But once it's done, it should be in better shape. Well, I'm not sure if I will chop or drop a lumber mill there. That'll be a decision I take later. Yeah, another farm, please. A lumber mill, a really good lumber mill. Potentially. Could also get another one there. Have a pikeman, you can go into alert mode. Should probably just use hotkeys because it's going to ask me a lot of units real quick. There we go. Did them all using hotkeys. The power of hotkeys is undeniable. Oh, we got another great rider. I'm happy about that. We also have a trade deal with Dido to negotiate. How would you like to do this? Yeah, you'll take that. That seems like a reasonable deal. We got a historic event. New great person has been born. That is the rider. Additionally, we got new citizens. I want to create another great work. Do I, or do I want to push out this? I think I do. I think the Great Works are nice because I do have bonuses to them. They give me gold and stuff. So I'm going to pick up some Great Works. Empire-wide bonuses. So there's a few cities now. Jeonju got a new citizen. I think I do want to work the Chancery because it's a really good thing. It has +2, +2, +6. That seems like a really good yield on a single specialist. Plus it gets me closer to great diplomats. Daegu also has a new citizen working that tile. I think I'm so far ahead in science that I'm not actually worried about that right now. I think I'm kind of emphasizing growth at the moment in my empire. And Kaesong has grown again. You've got so few of these tiles. Oh, I will lock that in though. Continue to push your production way above where anyone else is. I'm going to grab a lumber mill here. Make these tiles at least kind of interesting to work. I'm kind of playing around with stuff, you know, having a good time. I'm going to put a lumber mill here. And then we'll go into our next turn. Chichen Itza is about to finish, which is really good. We're halfway to our next golden age already. Just want to get the Leaning Tower if I can. Yeah, go ahead and repair that. We'll go into our next turn. Valletta election shenanigans. Oh. Plus, the religious unrest in all cities is nice. Faster movement on road. Camp +1 gold. We got the Tercio, the cannon. Excellent. Okay, so there was election rigged here. Constructed a world wonder. We got some tourism. Birth of a citizen in Pyongyang meant the thingy went up. I think I do want to start to eliminate some of this poverty. So I'm going to lock in that tile. Try and defeat that poverty so we can grow more aggressively. Okay, we got enough culture to adopt a new social policy. And aesthetics is definitely worthwhile picking up. We've got 17 turns here until we get to the final thing here, which will hopefully result in the... not really a huge amount. Actually, I wouldn't even be too scared about skipping this. In fact, maybe I would have been better off stopping on these two. I would have been better off just picking up this, this, and this. And then going back for some statecraft points. Maybe. We'll see. So we have here Seoul. Just finished Chichen Itza. I'm going to purchase the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which will make it easier to build. It won't fully purchase the wonder, but it just makes it easier to actually get it out. Still have a pretty good food surplus here. So that's going to provide me with plenty of the people generation. I need to get an artist guild as well. That's like something that needs to happen. Okay, we got an aqueduct here. That's going to result in a lot of growth. I'm going to grab I'm rushing out the growth buildings here because we have so much happiness that we need to burn through. And if we're not doing it, I feel like I'm letting people down. I could build another triangle of farms over here. That would provide this city with an even better tile here. Would that be as good, though, as building like a couple of villages? Those village tiles could be really good. Production. I have so much food in here that it's almost worth it to just like work pure production nearly. Any cities need improvements? This city could definitely use some. It's getting them though. We'll stick down some farms. Maybe we'll play around with it. Pyongyang got some science. Seoul got some culture. Let's go into our next turn. Hurricane strikes Chichen Itza. 3 farms have been pillaged. Let's get you down there to repair that. So Chichen Itza was over here, so they got hit by a hurricane. Napoleon has entered the Renaissance. Unlocking a social policy got us some of these Golden Age points. We got some grocers coming out here in not too distant future. Borobudur has been built. Ragusa has ended their forum. Okay. Yeah, that looks good to me. Go ahead and grab another farm. Do I want to lock this tile in? Yes. I want to be working these farms. Again, I'm emphasizing growth here pretty heavily to try and get my cities in a good position. I'm going to replace the marsh. Oh, goodness, I moved the wrong unit. Oh, man. All right, let's go into our next turn here. Bonus yields update in Kaesong. Kaesong. Oh, that's over here. So you got a new citizen. Working the market here, I think, makes definite sense to try and reduce the poverty. Plus the extra gold is just really nice, and the extra science. City event here. A band of local fishermen have appealed for funding for the seasonal fishing expedition. 50% chance of 200 gold. This is in Kaesong. We are working how much? Working 4 fishing boats. So we could get 200 food, okay, for 100 gold. All right. We could get 5 gold, 5 food for fishing boats. That would be 20 food per turn for 20 turns. That would be 40 food. Or we could quick build a harbor here. Damn, that's hard. That's a hard choice. I feel like quick building the harbor, it's like the most lasting thing. So we'll do that. And that made the city better in a lot of ways. Choose production here in Pyongyang. I really want the Globe Theatre, but I don't think I'm in a position to get it just yet. So let me have a look at you. What have you got? You've got some enormous amount of problems, but I feel confident that we can just eat our way through those problems. So I'm going to go for the growth buildings here. And sort of similarly here, I'm going to just eat my way through the problems and get as many population as I can. Let's see here. Are there any tiles that need to be improved? I think we're kind of running out. Tiles that need to be improved in my empire. Go ahead and get those repaired. Should only take you 1 turn now at this point in the game. We'll drop a farm here. Kaesong grew. We built the ironworks in Pyongyang. That's good. That means we're going to be getting a lot of science from the buildings we build in Pyongyang. So Dido just built a bunch of shit. Cathedral of St. Basil. I don't think that was one we were looking for. Yeah. And then the Red Fort was another one that we don't really give a shit about either, do we? Oh, actually, that would have been really nice. If I had known that, I would have probably rushed it a little bit harder. That seems like a really good one actually to pick up. Free grade engineer. Could have cracked that out plus another one. Go here, get that repaired. Okay, so you got these two. What's this? Grand Temple. I'm just going to do a quick check of all my cities. You're below 100, above 100. Below 100. Okay, so Brussels is going to need one, and then... Not Ormus, sorry. Brussels and then Ragusa are going to need one in that order. So we need to keep that in mind. Okay, open borders with Pakal has ended. Let's get that again. He would give me stuff for this. I'll take that deal. we need to... Let's say a new citizen has been born in Seoul. We could grow a turn faster, or we could have a lot more production and get the Leaning Tower faster. I think I'd like to get the Leaning Tower faster. Great person was born. We got a great merchant. So we need to think about where we will put this guy. We ideally want him to be on one of these roads that we have to get the main benefit. I could replace this right here, this town, or I could put it right here, but that would fuck up the adjacency boost I have going here. What I might do is I might stick it up on this hill. I want to be as efficient as possible. Golden Age points, very nice. We'll go into our next turn. A great engineer has been born. Excellent. And my farms are getting blighted, unfortunately. Anyway, we're going to call this the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, we've got this self-promotion crap out of the way. I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.